So I want to talk to you about the foundation.
Yeah.
First, tell about Casey from Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, bro, that's kind of where it started. That's where everything started. It's Casey. This girl is such a sweetheart, bro. And she wanted to hang out with me, dude. And I could not for the life of me figure out why. Could not figure out why. And I was like, okay, I'll grant this wish, obviously. Like, what an honor. She had cancer. She was in remission. And I had to go to Texas to go skate at this skate park called Cowtown, and met her there. And I was super nervous to meet her, And I asked her specifically, like, why did you want me? Like, why did you want me? And she's like, well, I've dealt with this cancer for most of my life, and all I've wanted to do was be a normal teenager. I just wanted to be normal. And I watch your show, and a lot of what I pick up is that, you've just kind of wanted to be normal. I'm like, your circumstances, like literally life or death. Mine is just like ego and kind of spoiled teenager, like, man,
right.
Gnarly. And it was crazy. That was the first time I really realized that, like, my influence has, like, been a positive for someone. I came home from that trip and I was like, we have to do something. We have to give back to, and the first thing we did was a fundraiser for Children's Cancer Research Fund, CCRF, and we ended up raising $240,000. And yeah, I was hooked right away. I knew that that's what I needed to be doing. And then, from that, it's like we're 13 years into Sheckler Foundation now.
And you've raised a ton of money over the years.
Yeah, we've definitely raised over $1 million. I'm not sure if we've got up to $2 million yet, but we've helped one of my favorite group of people, the adaptive action sports athletes that, like, these guys, some of these guys are just the biggest inspirations to me ever, because, they got no legs. And they're skating with prosthetic legs on for 6 hours straight. No complaints in the world. These kids that we got that are in the wheelchairs that, like, can't move from the waist down, but they're going and they're dropping in on 10-foot quarter pipes. Some days I'll get on my board and I'm like, man, kind of take it for granted a little bit, like, having a rough day. And then, like, we'll have some of the adaptive crew show up and they're in their wheelchairs and they're just dropping in. They're slamming, dude, just like falling, and it, like, scares me, and they're having the best time and they're so positive and, like, nothing can hold them back. And I'm like, man, what am I talking about having a bad day? Like, inspo, it's just straight inspiration working with these guys.
How cool is that?
It's next level. It's absolutely next level. It's the most gratifying part of my life. And then we got them into the X Games, and it was like, boom, they got medals, gold, silver, bronze. It was like epic. We did a tour, a 10-stop tour, where we're giving out $10,000 at a stop, and we're bringing, my skateboard members with us, and we're, like, going to all these cool spots, and we're visiting the hospitals, and, like, I'm being allowed to skate in the hospital, like, in the rooms with these kids, you know, and there's just something about being of service, being selfless and just allowing yourself to kind of submerge yourself into somebody else's life and have compassion and be able to bring just a little bit of joy. If that's all it takes, we can all do it. We can all be capable of making somebody smile.